So today is out of order. Don't even worry about what it is. It's a full-fledged series now. It's a full-fledged vlog now. I do what I do now. So today's video is going to be shot differently than the other videos. This one I'm kind of going in backwards. That's why. Same route, same town, same everything. Don't worry about it. But today's update is this, right? I feel like the network is getting scared because they actually paid me a visit yesterday. I was under the influence yesterday, and I'm somewhat under the influence today. I have this oil in my system. No telling when it's going to hit, no telling how it's going to hit. But I feel like I'm going to be able to know thyself and know thy enemy soon. Because like I've been saying, whenever I'm under the influence, I either read them better or I bring out the demon in them when I'm under the influence. Or maybe they think I'm powerless when I'm under the influence. Whatever the fuck, right? And I was writing all this shit down, and for some reason I couldn't fit it on the fucking beat. I couldn't fit it on the beat. I had to reformat all that shit. It's like when you in the studio and you off beat, they may or may not say shit to you about it, but they know you pay for the hour and you pay for the mixing, you pay for the mastering, you pay for all that shit, right? So it's like whatever to them. They just sitting at the console, they just recording your ass and what the fuck you gotta say. And so when I took it home, I ended up off beat. I was like, oh shit, I'm all the way fucking off beat, man. Ain't nobody say shit to me, but it be like that sometimes. And so I was like, okay, I might have to go back, redo the song, damn near. No punching in, no punching out. Because I don't even think I got the hook correct, to be honest. The verses, man, you can forget about that. That shit, it just sounded like trash. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go back from square one, do everything over, and just do what I do best, like spaz out, going booth number one, blah, blah, blah. And I was just on some Dragon Ball Z shit, man. I was killing that shit, honestly. Like doing the fast rap shit, all that shit. And when I brought it home, it just sounded like hot ass. So I was like, I gotta redo that. But that's what this vlog is about, man. It's genuinely about me starting over from scratch or whatever. You good? This guy's so fucking pussy. There was a cab that was pussy as fuck. Backing in, backing out on some racial profiling shit probably. Or whatever the fuck it was. And so I had to tell my man like, hey, you good? You good? No need to be pussy. Because that's sort of how people react now. They're like really, really pussy for whatever reason. It's cool though. That may or may not be part of the gang stalking, but whatever. Anyways, I was gonna say, I feel like the network is getting scared because I had to switch up the whole conversation. I had to talk about something different because there was a guy there and it was just out of context, out of blue, and had to pull off some fucking acting skills right there. I was getting followed up to a certain point, then he stopped. So I was like, okay, good. I caught him right there. But let's get back to where I was, right? Before anybody can piece all of this shit together, pretty much, I think the network is in this phase where it's like, a general quiet 1 to 7 days. just because they're quiet, that doesn't mean shit to me. I'm the type of dude where I feel like they always primed. I feel like they always ready, and so should you be. Sorry, I was paying attention to somebody and also looking for bottles at the same time. Like I say, I don't really accuse people of shit. I just try to clock movements, clock intentions, and clock who's doing shit they shouldn't be doing and who's stalling. Like, why are you taking all day to make a single fucking turn? Why are you taking all day? Because you all in my fucking business, right? They have throughout the summer, because it's the winter now, throughout the summer, they have been letting me know, like, hey, we're doing laps around you. We're trying to figure out your pattern, blah, blah, blah. And by now, they figured out the pattern. It's cool. Fine. You can have it. Doesn't matter. It's just a way to get funds. It's just a way to make money. Blah, blah, blah. And so, in the summer, they would have people cross my path just to whisper bullshit and try to intimidate me and get me to run half cocked and all this other bullshit, right? And me being who I am, I just decided I don't really give a fuck. I've been doing it around them all summer, and in the winter, they winter, fall, right? They somewhat figured it out, but didn't quite. And so yesterday was their bullshit victory lap of them starting their timer and me trying to build something in the shit, on top of the shit, around the shit, whatever the fuck ever you want to put it. And but like I was saying, yep, never fails. This person always has it. Like I was saying though, so like there's points in time where it's like, okay, we want to play a little game, let you know we're watching, blah blah blah. And then there's, okay, so now after we done already put some people you know next to you and people that don't even belong on this side of town next to you, now it's like all out. Okay, so now we're going to put a fake crowd next to you, and we're going to get as close to you as we can. Without actually touching you, to try to get you anxious, to get you nervous, to have you thinking what's next, blah blah blah. And so they'll even dog whistle, right? They'll do a little dog whistling and shit. Like, oh, I see. Or, oh, I know. Right? And I did a little bit of personality underneath my inner white bitch. Right? Because I wanted y'all to know they go and get just about the average looking, if not ugliest white bitch you can find on planet Earth, right? And they'll have her be a part of the group and say her little line or whatever. And they'll have somebody that's double looking you, triple looking you, blah, 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 right? Trying to get a delayed reaction, trying to see if you're worried about why people are staring at you and shit. I think it's a matter of being secure in yourself, right? That's what I think it's a matter of. If you're secure in who you are, then you're not worried about that shit. And it can't faze you. But if there is a bit of a security issue, they're going to want to exploit that. They're going to want to exploit that. It's all about walking in who you are, right? You don't have to be embarrassed of your sins, because that's what they display in front of people, right? They air you out. They put your business on Front Street. There is no privacy for you. It's an invasion of privacy, right? Another can. Nope. Nothing in this one. Anyways, right? Today seems like a good day. But anyways. Okay, so I was genuinely just invested in this whole idea where it's like, I thought that they had a tighter grip than they do. But clearly that's not the case. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, right? I'm not willing to wager that. That's not something you stick around and like try to fuck around and find out. That's in my honest opinion, that's something you drop everything and run from if you can, right? Flat out drop every fucking thing and run. Obviously, if you can do better than zero, go ahead, right? If you can do better than zero, go ahead. But I would just advise, like, fuck it, man. Drop every fucking thing and run. Drop every goddamn thing and run. Old emails, old Googles, old phone numbers, old social security numbers, old IDs. I would just advise you to drop everything and run. I know I have these lapses, right? I know I have these lapses in the video where I stop talking because I'm thinking. And the reason that I'm doing this deep think is because it took a while for me to realize, hey, these people are getting desperate. These people, you know what I mean? They're all or nothing for a reason. And that's because they have periods and they have phases, right? Phases where they go cold, everything stops. You think everything is good, blah, blah, blah. Then it starts up again, right? They're trying to get close to you again, right? When you're shopping, when you're in transit, when you're trying to get food, then you start noticing their patterns just about anywhere. You can feel it, you can sense it. It makes your spine crawl. It's something that can't be forgotten. It's a certain energy that your body recognizes. It's a different level of fight or flight. It's like if I stay here and bullshit around, right? Like fuck around, find out. If I stay here and I bullshit around, it could end up really fucking bad for me. And that's what those rooms, and that's what that energy generally feels like. It's an unforgettable experience. It's when you realize they can't set a trap for you. On the road, they can try, right? I've never dealt with that before. A transit level gang stalking or whatever. But that's when I realized you have to walk into a trap in order for them to get you. And a trap is basically a open, semi-open or closed environment where it's like, okay, we got you closed off, or we got some big orchestra together and we're gonna try to stamp your ass here, right? We're gonna try to get you. Like, you walk in and then everybody just starts acting and playing their role and playing their part. But you start to feel that the timing is off. The responses are delayed. And when you notice that, right, everywhere you go, someone goes. You go to the bathroom, someone else goes to the bathroom. They're trying to keep 24-hour watch on you from that moment on, simply because what is it? Simply because that right there, the humiliation ritual, is where this spot that you're familiar with, or this spot that you have to go to, or this spot that you frequent, has been booby trapped, and everyone in a room has been briefed. And I know people like to say that they were coerced or tricked into it, but that might not be the case. It might be like hitting a lottery for a lot of people that envy you. They were already your enemy, so to be given the opportunity to play a hand in your downfall, it's like hitting Mega Millions. It's supposed to be some way to kill you off or whatever. Some sort of sick and demented, like, way of going about it. But genuinely, from what I've heard, that's it. They want to force you into suicide and blah, blah, blah. And I can see it, because it turns on like that for me, right? Where out of nowhere, I'm like, something's wrong, something's off. Something's weird about this fucking place. And then I just get a confirmation, like, from the smallest thing, and then I'm just out, right? Now, humiliation rituals might just be a way to kick you out of a place. I don't know, right? A way to put you flat on your ass with nothing so you can't build. Because you're getting closer and closer to your destiny. They need to try to stop that. They need to try to shut that down. They need to try to put an end to that. So they're working as fast as they can. They get to a certain point where they start using family members and shit. I understand that conditions might not be perfect. And that's fine. They don't have to be. You don't have to be. But I don't know. I just got that feeling yesterday when a group on a sidewalk visited me and we're dog whistling and shit. And I'm like, okay. So they're in that phase where they're trying to get next to me. But next up is where something weird or something funny happens, where they sabotage something, kick you out, or do something. I don't entirely know. But they're gonna try to do it, right? And I also had this vision, this premonition. I don't know if I was in a psych ward. I don't know if I was in some type of public building, some type of community, whatever, right? I don't know where I was, how I was there. I just know I was getting normal assistance. And then after that, everything just turned hostile. But it's not in the context of what you think it is, right? Like, they just outright attacked me and shit was just hostile, right? It's not that. It's more so the fact that the way in which this attack happened in the dream was they tried doing some bullshit acting where they were getting something ready. And again, something was just off-putting to me, right? Something was just off. And I noticed. And after I noticed something was off, that's when people started moving faster, because I was unpredictable. I didn't have a certain pattern that they could like notice, or they were getting fidgety and jumping the gun, and they started moving, and it caused me to move. And when I moved, generally everybody started moving. But this is after dialogue to somebody though. It was maybe 2 to 3 sets of dialogue with different people. And then, you know, like I say, the timing was off. And my ADHD kind of had me walking around, stretching, you know, trying to burn the energy, do something with the energy, right? And that's when certain people started moving sporadic, and it made me question things. When I was doing that, I was like, okay, now I know exactly what this place is. Look for the exit, get the fuck out. I don't think I ever found the exit. I think I just like found a direct way out, like maybe a window, something, and then I woke up once I got out. And when I got away, when Guy got me away and I woke up, the first thing I said in real time, it was like waking up from your sleep and saying, because it felt so fucking real, punish them all, is what I said, or make all of them pay for it, or something I did. Because the way I work is this, right? People know that gang stalking is bad. They know that choosing the program over the individual is the wrong thing to do. It's hostile, it's unjust. And so I was like, okay, you know, let me relax, let me slow down my breathing, and then I just carried on with my day. And that shit felt so real, right? But see, the way that my life works is that shit like that could be a premonition. Futuristic events that may happen could change, or were the original honey trap or humiliation ritual bound to happen, but I know about it, or I remember the pattern already. And even just thinking about it, I play it back in my head, and I don't have to remember everything. It just keeps the pattern fresh in my head, the experience fresh in my head, so when I go through it, I can recognize it. But I think in that specific dream, God was probably trying to tell me, like, hey, don't fly too close to the sun, or don't rely on blah, blah, blah. And I ended up getting a message right then and there. Because like I say, it's indistinguishable. It's something that speaks for itself, right? These videos that play in your head need no explanation. Once you get to a certain place in space, in time, in your head, in your journey, whatever, right? And you start to utilize your supernatural abilities, which, like I've said in other videos, I think comes down to hypervigilance. Or it might just be an actual gift that you have for the rest of your life. I'm not too sure, right? We're the first of our kind. And our families signed us up for this program where we become an experiment. And once we become an experiment, they get to do whatever, or get to press whatever buttons, and in exchange, the family gets probably perks, or they get to be affiliated with something, whatever, right? And the family probably gets promised something, and the satanic cult network either delivers or doesn't deliver. What the fuck ever, right? But your family has to see it all the way through, because they signed on a dotted line. They have no choice. They got themselves into this, so now they have to get themselves the fuck out. And that right there is not easy. And you're just caught in the middle of this shit, in the middle of everybody's jokes, games, and just having your sins be put on the front street. But you get to sit back years later, find out that motherfuckers are dying, find out that motherfuckers are having miscarriages, all these tragic accidents, motherfuckers ending out on the street, homeless, drug addicts, all this shit. And it's like, man, ooh-wee. It's a system that was designed to destroy you as a person and strip you of everything that you are worth. And some of these people got behind that corrupt system, or they sit back and watch the system bury you. And not a single person says, hey, you know, that's not actually true. Or that's just what they say. Or that's just a smear campaign. Nope. You have been thrown into Schitt's Creek, no paddle, and you have to... I'm going to sit this here for a second. Okay. I flat out put my shit in the snow. So I could go pee. Dead ass. I got snow all over my goddamn phone and shit. It's cool though. Here. But generally speaking, you were put into a mental catastrophe. I don't know how to describe this shit, bro. It's so goddamn fucked up. It takes more than just a strong individual mentally upstairs, right? It takes somebody like me. Now, I don't have to be super rock star big, but all I gotta do is beat the fucking system is the way I see it now. It's do or die, man. It's now or never. I just realized that now. That it doesn't matter what the fuck my life is, where I am, or how I am. All that matters is that I scramble the system and get the fuck away. And leave these motherfuckers with no trace. I just realized that maybe that might be my higher purpose. Because this whole music thing This whole music thing, like I was gonna say, this whole music thing might not be the say all be all. It might just be a tool that I utilize to get what I need, to get where I need to go, and to just continue to walk in my power. If God ordained it for me, I can have it. But it's a matter of doing it right, doing it with honesty, and doing it with the proper intent. I can't cheat. I can't be out here lustful. I can't be out here walking into traps like men of the world. Because I am not a man of the world. I am a chosen one, like the ones that are watching this. The world holds us to a different standard. They hold us to a different standard. They have high expectations for us. And when we meet those high expectations, we get shamed. We get shunned. Because it all comes down to, fuck you, how dare you be good enough, right? That's what it all comes down to. At the end of the day, fuck you, how dare you be good enough? Or what the fuck ever, right? Which, by the way, I got my motherfucking weed pen in my goddamn pocket. I hit it a few times. That shit was pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie. But I'm gonna store this, put this away. Because I've got some living. Now, this gas station, I've got to be quick. I've got to be quick. I don't necessarily have to, but I generally like being quick at every stop, like a goddamn Amazon driver, right? I like being quick. I like being concise, and I like getting the fuck out. Oh boy. Okay, so there's a bag of them. I'm like, fuck it. Take the bag. Sort through that shit later. I don't know how my hand avoided the liquid there. I thought I got it on my glove, but apparently I was too swift for the liquid. So now, my hands aren't fucking wet. Is there another one in here? Thought I saw a second. Yep. Oh shit. Almost slipped in the goddamn slow. Okay. Trying to see in my head which block the family is on that I get my bottles and my cans from. Wow. So I'm 28 years old, right? And I just put a Dr. Pepper can in my bag that's Jurassic Park. All the years I've been alive, all the years I've been a fan, don't you think maybe, just maybe, that they would have had actual like Jurassic Park themed Dr. Peppers? It's a random side thought, but it's like, it just clocked into my head. I'm like, damn, that Jurassic Park can is pretty cool. I just realized, hey, wait a minute, like, they rarely have Jurassic Park Dr. Pepper cans. I don't think anything is wrong with like them having air quote, like, mobile stations or whatever, it's whatever, right? They can do whatever. They're grown. They know. But, I was like, yo, in my head, what if places and spaces you've been to act as fronts now? Because at this specific restaurant, right, this specific park, you know what I mean? There's like a little bit of weird shit where it's like I'm noticing a pattern here, but it's air quote not as deadly or what the fuck ever, right? That's right, I'm going backwards today. I'm sorry, because I was like, yo, what if there's so many different people walking close to shit that it's like I kind of got to keep it coded, kind of got to keep it hidden best I can. While also trying not to sound like a complete fucking loon ball. Another thing, guys, charge your fucking phones. Don't be like me. The newer iPhones have a nice battery. I'll give them that, right? But they still got to be charged. And that's what this iPhone is. It's like really good battery, really durable battery, but it won't really go a 24-hour clock of me just like running it all fucking day. I've got to take care of business, do what I do, and get the fuck on, right? Get the fuck back to building. And that's what this is, right? I need all hours to myself. I need all the time I can get to myself. Because building doesn't take long. It's just, like I say, for a perfectionist such as myself, building and doing it right is everything. And that's what I plan to do. Every step, I'm down there about to trip, about to slip on fucking ice. You can hear the ice cracking underneath my feet. Me about to trip, But genuinely, that's what this park has become. When I used to live here, there used to be like floating helicopters and RC drones and shit in the sky. Just spinning around at nothing. Looking for somebody or blah, blah, blah. And I now realize that based on other accounts from other chosen ones or other TIs, that That sort of fucking thing. It was all a part of like this. And it wasn't just helicopters flying around, wasting fuel. It was a reasoning behind why they were wasting the fuel or whatever. Not that I'm worried about it, but I'm also thinking now, did anybody leave on a day where a helicopter was hovering? That'd be a good question to ask. Like, flat out, did you take off on a day when a helicopter was hovering? I want to try to ask everybody about their conditions. Every single person. Nothing's perfect. And things can go wrong. But what it is that the address confidentiality program shit is where the shit. I just realized the guys that got away, right? They're the people, right? For everybody that's like mad about gender nowadays, right? Gender bender, blah blah blah. For the people that got away, what was your conditions? Like, was it a straight shot out? You know, did you have difficulty? Like, what the fuck happened in your situation and scenario? Because honestly, on the way out, me personally, I have receipts. I have proof of work. I have everything, right? I have receipts, I have proof of work of who I am in comparison to what's said about me and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it just kind of is what it is, right? But I want to know their situations. I want to know everybody's. Simply because them getting away means everything. Even if they didn't 100% get away, they got away from the immediate family, and that's everything, right? You can outrun the cult for the rest of your life. Flying monkeys, blah, 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 whatever, right? That's nothing. What matters is family. As long as you get away from them, everything is fine. Or everything else you can manage. You can cut your losses, I'm sure. Earlier, there was some truckers where I was at, like, oh, he might show up different, da-da-da-da-da. And surely I will. I'll show up prepared, I'll show up ready. But however the fuck I show up, I, for lack of a better word, need to be ready. Regardless of whatever the fuck they come with. There was a pause in this video earlier. And that pause was two guys getting out of a truck, talking, trying to make sure I hear them. Also, trying to hear what I'm saying. Blah, blah, blah. And so, I'm like, okay. This shit's starting to ramp up. This shit is becoming exactly what the fuck I think it is. Maybe not. Right now, this is just a random series I'm doing. Telling my story, slowly but surely getting it out there, getting more comfortable on camera. And hopefully being in a position where I can offer help to somebody else that needs it along the way. I ended up walking the ice. I was paused. I thought I was still recording. Damn it, the fucking ice got me. Me, 0. Ice, 1. But anyway, I thought I was recording. It was paused. You can pause on a newer iPhone, so that's cool. Do I got like... some kind of lock is on. It's like AF lock. I'm not quite sure what the fuck that lock is, but whatever. If we're lucky, we can catch the bus. If we're unlucky, we miss the bus. It happens, right? But we shall see. Regardless of the fact, I'm still going to where I gotta go. I'm still gonna take care of what I need to take care of. I'm still gonna go where I gotta go. Blah, blah, blah. It's just this whole entire portion of the lap could be skipped, and or I don't really want to do it under the current conditions, but I am going to do it, so fuck it. But that's all I wanted, right? I think the network is scared. They're visiting me. They're putting groups in front of me. But like I say, I don't know why the video paused. It might be the water. But I think the group is getting scared. They're putting people in front of me. They're putting groups in front of me. They're having conversations in front of me. They're getting ready to recalibrate. They're getting ready to make a move soon, I think. Whenever I leave out, they might be ready to leave out. I'm not really sure.